Have you ever spent nearly an hour rocking your baby to sleep, only for them to wake up the exact moment you place them in the crib? It's one of the most exhausting experiences every parent knows. You wait until they're completely asleep. You move as slowly as possible. You carefully lower them into bed, hoping this time they'll stay asleep. But within seconds, their tiny eyes open. Their face begins to change. And suddenly, they're crying again. So what just happened? Did you make a mistake? Does your baby simply hate sleeping alone? Or is something much deeper happening inside their brain? Today, we're uncovering the hidden psychology behind why babies wake up the moment you put them down, and why this frustrating behavior may actually be one of the oldest survival instincts humans have ever evolved. So, why does this happen? Why can your baby sleep peacefully in your arms, but wake up just seconds after being placed in the crib? Is it because they don't like the crib? Or is there something much deeper happening inside their brain? To answer that question, we need to look at the world through your baby's eyes. Because a newborn doesn't experience the world the same way an adult does. Their brain is still learning what is safe and what isn't. When your baby is sleeping in your arms, they're surrounded by familiar signals. Your warmth, your scent, the gentle sound of your breathing, even the small movements of your body. All of these tell your baby's brain, I'm safe. But the moment you place them in the crib, those signals suddenly disappear. The warmth changes. The movement stops. Everything feels different. Even if they're still asleep, their brain notices the change. And that's where most parents get confused, because they think their baby woke up on purpose. But in reality, your baby isn't making a choice. Their brain is simply responding the way it was designed to. But there's another reason this happens, one that many parents have never heard of. Even when your baby looks completely asleep, their brain is still working. In fact, sleep isn't as deep or as continuous as most people imagine. Just like adults, babies move through different stages of sleep. Some stages are deep and peaceful. Others are much lighter. During these lighter moments, even a small change in their surroundings can wake them up. Think about what happens during the transfer. Your baby goes from being held to lying flat on a mattress. The angle of their body changes. The pressure against their skin changes. Even the feeling of being supported changes. For an adult, these changes hardly matter. But for a baby's developing nervous system, they can be enough to trigger a brief moment of alertness. And if that happens during a light stage of sleep, their eyes may open almost instantly. But that's still not the whole story, because there's another reflex. One that has been protecting babies since the beginning of human history. And it may be playing a bigger role than most parents realize. It's called the Moro Reflex, also known as the startle reflex. It's one of the first reflexes babies are born with. And for a newborn, it's completely normal. Imagine this. You're sleeping peacefully, and suddenly, it feels like you're falling. Your whole body jerks awake. Babies experience something very similar, especially during their first few months of life. As you lower your baby into the crib, even a small change in position can sometimes make their brain feel like they're losing support. Without thinking, their tiny arms may suddenly spread outward. Their body stiffens, and within seconds, they're fully awake. This doesn't mean something is wrong. In fact, it's a healthy reflex. Doctors often check for the Moro Reflex after birth because it's an important sign that a baby's nervous system is developing normally.
But here's the surprising part. The Moro Reflex isn't the only reason babies wake up. There's another powerful factor, one that's deeply connected to love, comfort, and the bond between a baby and their caregiver. And that may be the biggest reason of all. For many years, parents were often told the same advice. Don't hold your baby too much. If you do, they'll become spoiled. But modern developmental psychology tells a very different story. A young baby isn't trying to manipulate you. They aren't creating bad habits. And they certainly aren't making plans to keep you awake all night. Their brain simply doesn't work that way yet.
During the first months of life, your baby depends on you for almost everything. Food, warmth, comfort, protection, and most importantly, a sense of safety. Every time you respond to your baby's cries, their brain begins to learn something important. When I need help, someone comes. Over time, that repeated experience builds trust. Psychologists call this secure attachment. It's one of the most important foundations of healthy emotional development. Because babies who consistently feel safe gradually become more confident exploring the world around them. So, if waking up is normal, is there anything parents can actually do?
So, if this behavior is completely normal, is there anything parents can actually do? The answer is yes, but not by trying to fight your baby's instincts. Instead, the goal is to work with your baby's developing brain. Many parents find it helpful to wait a few extra minutes after their baby falls asleep, before attempting the transfer. This allows deeper stages of sleep to begin.
A slow, gentle transfer can also make a difference. Keeping one hand on your baby's chest for a few moments can help the transition feel less sudden. Sometimes, the smallest changes create the biggest comfort. Of course, every baby is different. What works for one child may not work for another. And that's completely normal, because every baby's development follows its own unique pace.
The important thing to remember is that this stage won't last forever. As your baby's brain continues to mature, they gradually learn that the crib is also a safe place to sleep. So the next time your baby wakes up, the moment you put them down, try not to see it as a failure or as a sign that you're doing something wrong. Instead, remember what their brain is really saying. I feel safest when I'm close to you. And for a baby, that's one of the most natural feelings in the world. If you enjoyed discovering the hidden psychology behind your baby's behavior, make sure to subscribe to Inside Childhood, because every week we explore the fascinating science of how babies think,
feel, and grow. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next documentary.